Mr. Speaker, I note the next order of business is the conference report on H.R. 2670, and I wish to ask several points of parliamentary inquiry and maybe points of order.
The gentleman will state his inquiry.
The rules of the House require that every bill must have a stated single purpose to be filed. Was such a statement filed, and if so, what is the single purpose of H.R. 2670?
The chair will not respond to hypothetical measures, questions on measures not pending at this time.
The body can't ask a question as to what the stated single purpose of this conference report is? It's not hypothetical.
The chair will respond to parliamentary questions of the pending measure.
And the pending measure is on the suspension of the rules for 2670. The House...
Okay, now go to this. Go to this. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, point of parliamentary inquiry.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
If a gentleman cannot be recognized for H.R. 2670 at this point, how does one comply with the section in Rule 22 that says a member, delegate, or resident commissioner may raise a point of order against a non-germane matter as specified in paragraph sub 2 before the commencement of debate? So we have to do it before the debate starts, or we've waited too long. Is that not correct, Mr. Speaker?
No member has yet been recognized to even call up a proposition.
No member has even been recognized to prop up or pull up a measure.
For
what purpose does the gentleman from Alabama seek recognition?
Suspend the rules and agree to the conference report on Bill H.R. 2670.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 2670, an act to authorize appropriations for fiscal year 2024 for military activities of the Department of Defense and for military construction and for defense activities of the Department of Energy to prescribe military personnel strengths for such fiscal year and for other purposes.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman will state his inquiry.
I would ask the Speaker if now is the appropriate time to make motions, points of parliamentary inquiry and motions related to the properness of H.R. 2670 conference report being before this House.
The gentleman will state an inquiry if he has one about the measure.
The gentleman will state an inquiry at this time if he has one about the measure.
You want to jump back in? Go ahead. All right. Mr. Speaker, I would inquire, parliamentary inquiry, I would inquire as to whether or not when originally filed, H.R. 2670 complied with the requirements of the rules of the House to have a single purpose stated, and if so, what was that single purpose?
The chair will not provide an advisory opinion.
I'll take back over.
The chair will not provide an advisory opinion. The chair would advise the gentleman that, consistent with prior clarifications by the chair, including on December 19, 2007, a motion to suspend the rules waives all points of order that would have otherwise applied to this measure.
Point of parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman will state.
That's why we tried to do it before the motion was made, Mr. Speaker. And so I'm questioning, how can a member exercise his rights under the rules to raise objections when the rule clearly says it must be done before the commencement of debate, and now we're told that once a measure has been called up and the motion has been made, we can't make the inquiries or challenge the properness of the conference report.
The gentleman from Alabama has made a motion to suspend the rules, and so when that is the pending proposition, it has the effect of waiving any point of order.
The gentleman from Alabama has made a motion to suspend the rules, and when that is in effect, all points of order are waived.
If the resolution passes. I'm trying to establish whether or not this is even properly before the body.
The motion was properly offered.
The motion was properly offered.
So, point of parliamentary inquiry. So the Speaker is confirming that there was in fact a single motion, a single purpose declaration made at the time of the filing of the bill, because otherwise it's not properly before the House at all.
The chair is confirming that the gentleman has offered a motion to suspend the rules to adopt a conference report, and that is what's pending right now.
Oh, you're going to say that again. The chair is confirming that That the gentleman has offered a motion to suspend the rules. And that is what's currently pending.
Point of parliamentary inquiry.
Gentleman will state.
So the Speaker is indicating that the mere motion to make a suspension of the rules therefore suspends the rules until such time as that motion is defeated.
The gentleman is correct.
Point of parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman will state his inquiry.
I would ask the Speaker if that also applies to any germaneness that might apply that would otherwise be in violation of the conference reports stated in Rule 22.
As the chair just stated, that applies to all points of order.
As the chair just stated, that applies to all points of order.
I yield back.